What's going on, everybody? This is Awais back with another tutorial. Just to let you know, guys, that I've started a new series on Microsoft Office tutorials. So this is my first video of Microsoft Word 2016. In this video I'm going to give you an overview of this software. So I've opened one document here. I'm going to go to my file, click here, and now on the left you got a few options. Info, new, you can create a new file, open file, save the file, save as that file, print, share, export. We'll explore these in a second. Alright, so let me create a new document first. I'm going to go and close my document. I'm going to click on don't save. Now we're going to click on file, click on new. So if you got your blank document here, you got your templates available here. You can search online for thousands of templates. So I'm type a resume and click on search. It's gonna search through the internet, and on the right you got the categories here. So you've got resumes, right? I'm gonna click on, you got 59 templates available in that category. So let me select one of the templates. I'm gonna select this template. When I click on it, I get the preview of that template, and I've got a few information about it. To create a document with that template, just click on create. It's downloading that template and it's going to create a file for us. Alright, so now I've got a template available here. As you can see, it's a one-page template. I've got my name on the top. That is because I've signed into OneDrive account. That is why it just automatically detects my name and type that name for me. Alright, so before we jump into the software, I'm going to go and show you how to save file, how to save as. So click on this file menu, click on save. And then you can save that to OneDrive, you can save that to your PC, you can add a place to it, and you can browse to your PC. So if you're signed into your OneDrive, you can save online and you can access your document anywhere you want. So I've got all my folders available here from OneDrive. I can save wherever I want. Go to your PC, you got your PC folders here as well. So you click more options, it's gonna let you browse that. So you're going to go to your folder where you want to save the file and just click on save. Let me go and click on browse again. It's the same thing as we clicked here on more options. So let me go and save this file to desktop. Well, click on save as type now. So you've got Word document which is compatible with, got your old Word documents as well. So new feature available in 2016 will not work in that file format, Microsoft Word document. So you can save that to PDF as well, and a lot more options here. So let me go and click PDF. So on a PDF you got two options for optimizing your documents. If you want to online and printing, you can select this one, but it's going to give you a bigger file size. There's another option, minimize size. It's basically, it's going to minimize the file size, but it's just for online publishing. Alright, so let me go and save that to Word document as. Click on save to save the document. Now it's been saved. Alright, so I'm going to go back to file. You can open your existing files by clicking here, and the same thing you got here, browse. You can browse to your OneDrive. I'm going to click here and I'm going to click on this PDF tutorial. You can open PDF files to your Word documents. Microsoft Word 2016 is going to convert that document, and then you can save that PDF back to PDF. I'm going to click cancel now. Let's go to printing options. So you got your printers here. So whatever the printers attached to your PC, you will see them here. Settings, print all pages. These are all the settings for printing styles and all those options here. So let me show you how to change the page size. So the most popular page size is A4, so I can select that. Next we got custom margins. So I've got these presets for the margins as well. Normal, narrow, moderate, wide, burned. So I've got custom. If I go to my file and I can just take my cursor closest to this, and then I can just drag to change the margin manually. Alright, so next options we got sharing option. Sharing option is pretty cool. You can share the document to people online for online collaboration. They can collaborate with your document online at the real time your documents and talk about it. So you got your email, so you can send that document as an email. Like you got option here, send as PDF, send as XPS, send as an internet fax, so you can do that as well. Post to blog, if you have WordPress or Blogger, you can sign into that and then you can just post that document straight away to WordPress, which is really cool. Export options pretty same. You got two options here. You can create as a PDF or XPS by clicking here. Change file type, you can convert the file types to the newer or older file types. Next we got close. If you want to close the file, click on close. It's going to ask you want to save the file or you don't want to save the file. So in case I don't want to save the file, let me go and show you the account option now. So account, basically it's your Microsoft OneDrive account. You can sign in from here, sign out, switch account, and you can change the photo, whatever the options available here. Okay, so you can see your connected services here. On the right you got product information, membership, subscription for like a year, so you can see those information about. Options, you got few customization, what I will explain in the later videos. So we'll go deep into the customization of Microsoft Word, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's look at the software now. You got the menus available here: file, home, insert, draw. I'll go and explain these menus one by one. So first let's have a look at the home menu. First, on the ribbon we got clipboard panel, so it got cut, copy, paste command, format painter. Next we got font panel, which has the text styles and all those stuff. So I've got this, I can select any kind of text style and then increase the font size. Down we got a bold option. Let's say if I select this text, right, and I click on bold, it's going to change that to bold. I've got italic as well. Click on italic, it's going to change the effect to italic. These are pretty basic. It's available in every word processing software. Next we got strike through, and you can increase or decrease the size by clicking on these two X buttons. If you want to click here, it's going to decrease that. That's increasing. Alright, on the top we got the same thing. You can select the font size by clicking here, or you can just click here to this A plus sign, which is basically decreasing the size, and this is increasing the font size. So I'm going to decrease the font size. Let me type some text first. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to type some text here, and then I'm going to select that text. To select that basically just click and hold your button on the mouse and just drag your mouse right or left. You can select the text by just clicking here. You can see that cursor, right? Hold on your shift key and on your keyboard press the right key button. That's the same thing. Alright, next we got our, let's say I've got this text here, right? So I want to change that to uppercase. So I can select this text, click here, and then click on uppercase. So you can change your text by just simply going here and change that to sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, and toggle case. Alright, so it's pretty cool. Next we got some effects available here for our text. I'm gonna go and close this file and I'm going to open my resume, and in the later videos I will show you how to create a professional looking resume as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna click on this resume. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete these stuff, so I don't want you guys to see this. Alright, so I've got this text here. Okay, so let me just add some effect to my name. So I want to select my name, click here, and then you got a few options here. So I've got my yellowish, blue, and then if I select this, it's gonna change my name to this effect. You can customize that effect as well. Click here, you got your outlines available. So let me just select this text, okay, and then I'm going to, well, just select this text and change that to, okay, so now we got that. Now I'm gonna go and select my outline. So I want to apply this red color, and I will change the size of that by clicking here, weight, and I'll change that to about this. So as you can see that text has basically black color without any effect, but we're just applying outline to our text. So you got your color options, you got standard colors here. You can click no outline. Let me select that text again, click on no outline. It's gonna remove that effect from there. Select that text again. Next we got shadows. So these are all the shadows available for your text. You can apply these shadows. Let me go and apply one of the shadows. I'm going to click on outer shadow, and as you can see that I've got a shadow around my text. Let me go and select this text again, go back, go to shadows, and then click on no shadow. Select that again. You've got reflections available here, you got some glow options available here, number stylings are available here. I will explain them in the later videos. I will do a separate video for that, and a few more options. Alright, we will explain them in the later videos. For now, because I'm just overviewing this software, so you got your numbers and bullets here. So if you want to add some numbers and bullets, as you can see here, I've got these bullets here. Alright, so I'm going to select this. As you can see that we got this box highlighted. That means that this text got a bullets. So if I click here, it's gonna remove those bullets. If I click again, it's gonna add those bullets. So if you click on this arrow, you got different options here for the bullets. You want to add this bullet, so you can change that style of the bullet as well. So I'm gonna go back and then change that to this normal bullet size. Next we got numbering available here, and then we got some listing libraries. So let's say if I got this right, I'm gonna select this text and I want to deselect that bullets, and I will select the text again and then click here and then maybe click on this one. Right, so now we got this numbering. Right, so if I click here, press the tab key, oops, it switched the page, but you can apply this list as well. So alright, next we got alignment options. So let's say if I want to align this to center of the page, right, so I can click here to align that, click here to align to the left, click here to align to the right. Next we got justify. So let me add a picture to it. What it's gonna do, if I add a picture, it's gonna justify that text to the picture. So it's pretty cool. Here you got your line spacing option. Let's say if I want to add some spacing here, so if I select 2, now I've got this line spacing available here, right? So I can just gonna go and back make it 1, which is like a standard not line spacing. Color options, so you can apply theme colors. Let's say if I select this part of the project, right, so if I click here and I click here and just type that orange color, blue color, whatever the color you want to apply to this part of the document. Okay, so next we got some borders available here. So bottom border, top borders, left border. Alright, so we'll explain these later when I'm gonna start making my resume, and I will show you guys. Alright, so next we got some, alright, I'm gonna show you that text color. So I want to select this text and you can apply the text color to it. So let's say if I select this orange color, it looks red, orange, but whatever it is, so you can change the text color as well. All you gotta do is just select the text. The default color is basically whatever the previous color you selected. So if you just click on the A button, it's gonna change that color to it. Alright, you got here highlighting as well, so you can highlight your text. If I click here and I can just highlight it. Next we got some presets for our headings. So if you click on this button, you got your all the headings available here. You can create a style, create formatting, and apply text. So let's say if I select my name, and this is I think it's heading number 2 something, I'm gonna click here. Alright, and then I'm gonna create style. I'm gonna give name to okay, and now this is my style. I've created a new style with that text. So I'm just gonna undo that. You can undo by clicking here, or you can type Control Z to undo the text. So I'm gonna click undo. Alright, okay, so next we got editing. Alright, so I've got this find, advanced find, go to option. Okay, so let me find some text. So I click here, I get this dialog box on the left. So let's say if I wanna search for training, okay, training. Now as you can see that yellow, it's highlighting the training text basically. So if I click on next, so if there is any word training in this document, it will just jump to the next word. Let me find some word where I can, let's say am, right, am. Okay, so I've got first word here, and then I can jump to the next one. So whatever the am is, you can jump throughout your document. So here you can see the paragraphs what has am word as well, which is really cool. You can click on page, you can click on the page to look at the whole page with the am word. Headings, if there's any heading has the am word, it will show up here. Okay, so I'm gonna close that. and let me just get rid of these highlights. Click on it and then click here, say no color. Click on it, select it, click here and click on no color. Alright, so let's go and change that to advanced setting. Okay, so advanced is basically the full dialog box. So let's say if I want to change the word to something else, I want to find, let's say team. Okay, team, and then I'm going to find that, click on find next, and then you will find the next word. If you keep clicking, it's going to jump to your document. So if there is the same word available in the document, it will jump to the next one. Okay, so now if I click on the find next, it's giving me an error that we're finished searching for this document. Alright, so let me go and find this first. Alright, and then I'm gonna go to replace, and I'm going to replace that team word to, let's say, working or work. Okay, and then I can click on replace, so it's gonna replace that word to work, and then if I click again, the next word is going to be changed. The reason why it's giving an error because there's only 2 words available, as there's 2 times team is written in this document. So click on go to option, so you can just type on page number. Let's say you've got like 100 pages in your document, you can type go page number. Let's say if I got 1, go to, it's going to take me to the page number 2. If I type 3, it's going to give me an error because there is no page exist. Oh, it does actually. It's going to take me to page number 3. So if I type, let's say 9, go to, well, it's going to take you to the last page basically. That's what it does. Okay, so you can go to a section, you can go to line. Let me go to the line number 10, click on go to, it's going to take you to the line number 10 on that page. Alright, so replace option is the same dialog box which gives you this replace tab, select. Okay, so we got some selection stuff here. If I click on select all, you can do that by pressing Ctrl A to select all your text, or you can click here. So you can select the object as well. So if I click here, this is the object I've got. So right, so I've got this selection window now, so I can select by selecting the object, or select all text with similar formatting. So if I select this text, let's say if I select this text, and then it's gonna select all the text with this formatting. So if I go and select this text and I click on select text with same formatting, it's gonna select this column which has the same formatting. Now let's have a look at the text editing options. Alright, so I'm gonna go and create a new file, click on new, and I'm going to create a new blank document. Alright, so now if I want to type text, you see that cursor, you can just start typing from your keyboard, it's going to type the text. Alright, so let's say if I type my name here, alright, and then if I move my cursor, as you can see that I see that text alignment along the side of my cursor. So if I take my cursor here, it's giving me the alignment to the right, and if I take my cursor to the center, it's giving me the center alignment. Take it to the left, it's giving me the left alignment. So to go to my, let's say if I want to type a date here, right? So if I click here, the cursor is not going to come here. So what I have to do is double click, then the cursor will come to the right alignment. All right, so I can type, let's say today is Sunday, all right, and a space, and then type the date. Well, if I just type, let's say SUN day, and then it's giving me an option, press enter to insert. Okay, so if I press enter, it's going to insert that Sunday word. Alright, so okay, so I've shown you the alignment. You double click and the cursor will go to that alignment. As you can see that on the top, you got your alignment selected, which is center. Okay, so now we're going to look at how can we add text. So you can just keep typing, alright, and then let's say if you want to add that text in the middle of some text, alright, so you click here and then you start typing. Alright, the next text will be pushed away. So if you want to type a text on the top of text, which means overriding your text, you just select the text and then start typing. It's going to override that text. Alright, so open this document now and I want to show you the selection from keyboard and a mouse. So let's have a look at the mouse selection first. To select any text, just click and drag your mouse to the right or to the left. To deselect, just click on an empty space. It will deselect the selection. If you want to select the whole word, just double click on the word. It will select the word. If you click 3 times, it's going to select the paragraph. Okay, so if you take your cursor to the left, and as you can see that your cursor changes to an arrow now. If you click, it's going to select the whole line. And if you click and drag, you can keep selecting the paragraphs. Alright, let me show you the keyboard way now. So wherever your cursor is, you can hold on your shift key and use your right arrow to select the word. You can select the lines of down arrow key from your keyboard. Alright, so I have this document here. This is basically my resume and I'm gonna change that to this resume. Okay, so but I've got just text there. So now we're gonna look at the top 3 most used command in word processing software, which is cut, copy and paste. Alright, so let's say I want to copy this highly. Okay, so I'll select that. Okay, so you can copy that 3 different ways, right? So you can right click and you got the copy option here, and you got the copy on the panel as well, on the clipboard panel, and you can type Control-C, which is a shortcut key command, to copy that. Alright, so I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna take my cursor there, and to paste that you can right click. To paste you got 3 options. So keep the source formatting is basically it's gonna keep that formatting. Let's say I'll just go and change this to heading, right? So I'm gonna go and select heading 1, okay, and then I'm gonna select this and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to take my cursor there, right click, and then if I click on keep source formatting, it's gonna keep that source formatting and it's gonna change that whole line to that formatting, right? If you click on this button, you can still change that to merge formatting, or you can still change that to keep text only. So it is going to just paste the text and leave the formatting behind. Alright, so that's how you can paste. Well, cut is basically if I just select this objective and I click here to cut, and then I'm gonna take my cursor here and I'm gonna click on paste, which is currently on, so I can click here to paste with the keep source formatting, merge formatting and text only. So I can click on text only, it's gonna paste that. So cut is basically it's gonna remove the previous text and just paste it to the new position, and copy, it's gonna leave that text there and then it's gonna make a copy of it. Alright, so I'm just gonna get rid of it now. You can get rid of the text by pressing backspace key or delete key. So I'm gonna show you that as well. So if I take my cursor here, if I press delete, it is going to delete from the right, and I'm gonna undo. You can undo by clicking here, or you can type Control-Z for undo. There's a redo command. If you've done something what you don't want to do and then you want to redo that, so you can click redo, it's gonna redo that, and undo and redo. Alright, so okay, so now I'm gonna show you, if you press backspace key, it's going to delete from the left side. Alright, so now I'm gonna start working on my resume, right? So the first thing what I want to show you is a font. Okay, so I've got my name there. I'm gonna select that and I'm going to change the font to Arial. Okay, and I'm gonna make it bold. You can select the presets from here, just like if I select heading 1 or heading 2, I can right click and modify those headings, but I don't recommend to do that. You can actually create a new preset for your headings or stuff like that. Okay, so I've got my name there, and now I'm going to create a table. So to create a table, go to your insert. Let me explain all these features first. Okay, so let's say blank page. Okay, so if you want to insert any page to your document, you can click here, it's going to insert the page. Alright, so I'm going to delete that page. Press Ctrl-Z to undo. Next we got page break. So what it does, wherever your cursor is, if you click here, it's going to break that page and it's gonna drop that rest of the text to the next page. Alright, Ctrl-Z to undo. Next we got tables, what I'm going to use soon. Okay, so click here, and then I need 2 tables, right? So I need 2 tables. I click here, and then I have got 2 tables there, right? So I can modify this table. I've got this modify panel on the top as well. All right, so if I take my cursor here, and I can just drag to the left to decrease the size. All right, so I'm gonna keep that to about 1 inch. All right, and then I'm going to put all my headings in the table to the left side, and then text will be the right side. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to move that. Take your cursor here, click, and take it to the top. All right, so we got that now. All right, so this is my description. All right, so I'll type, let's say, objective. Let me check what is the text we have here. All right, so objective there, right? So I'm gonna go back, objective, and then I'm going to copy this text. Maybe cut is better because we don't need that text anymore. So cut, and then take your cursor into the table, right click, and just paste. All right, so you got that. Next we need another. If I click on this icon, I go back to my layout, and then I can add cells, I can add rows, I can edit that table. All right, so let's have a look. All right, so I need another row here, so I will do insert below. So click here, I've got another row now. Yeah, so I can take this experience, right click, cut it, and then take your cursor to the table, right click, and paste it. All right, I need a text there now. Okay, so I'll just copy all of these texts. All right, and then just cut, and then take your cursor into the table, right click, and paste. All right, so you got the text there with all the experience, whatever I needed. So we'll change those headings later. All right, first let me organize the stuff. All right, we need these stuff as well, so I'm going to select all of these as well. So I'm gonna cut them, and I'm going to press enter to make a new line and paste it from here, or you can right click to do that. Well, I need another one here, so cut, and then make another line, right click, and paste. All right, so we got 1 row, 2 rows. All right, so I need another row now, so I can just select that table. All right, go to the layout, and then add below. So I've got another row, so I'm going to explain you these things as well. So here you can select the table, select the whole cell, or you can, if you are here and select the select cell, it's going to select that cell. All right, and then you got select row, select columns. If I click here, it's going to select all the columns here, so which is really great. All right, so I'm going to select this, and then later I'll modify the text. And all right, so view grid line, if you check that, it's going to show you the grid lines around if you have any. We don't have any grid lines, so that's why. So you can click on draw table, you can design your own table. So if I click on it, and let's say if I want to draw a table, I can just draw it, and then I can add rows. Let's say insert above, I got 1 row there, insert to the left column, I got 1 column there, right column there. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of it, select that, right click, or maybe you can just press delete to get rid of the table. All right, okay, so now we got that. I'm gonna take my achievements, right click, copy, maybe cut, take a cursor there, paste it there, and then we got these texts. All right, so I'm gonna right click, cut them, and then paste them there. All right, okay, so we got pretty much. All right, so we got a few more experience here, so I'm gonna add, well, these are the educations, I guess, or not education starting from here, so these are the experience. So I'm gonna right click, select, and cut them, and then just paste there. All right, okay, so we need another row now, so I'm gonna go to my table, go to layout tab, and then click on insert below. Well, your cursor was there, that's why it inserted that row. So you can delete that, click on delete to delete row, and then take your cursor to the down like here, and then insert below. It's going to insert that to the below now. All right, so I'm gonna copy or cut this education, paste it there, and then all my educations will go over there. So I'm going to select from the bottom. You can click and hold your button and then use your mouse wheel to scroll up, and then you can right click and cut, and then right click and then paste it here. Alright, so we need another row now. I'm going to go here, take my cursor there, and then go to layout and then insert below. Well, you can make rows or columns at once, but I'm just doing it to show you guys. You can modify it. Right click, cut, and then paste. Right, so my scales will go right click, cut, and then paste them. Alright, and then I'm going outside the column now. I can just right click, select, and click on cut, and then just paste it there. Alright, okay, so we got our column set up now and row set up now. Alright, so now here my details goes, but I won't type it here because I don't want to show you guys. Okay, so now the next thing what we're going to do, I'm going to go to my layer tab, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go and select the column. Okay, so once I've selected the column, I'm going to go to my home tab, and maybe let's go to the layout first. I'll show you these stuff. Alright, so these are the things that you can apply here. So let's say you can insert row above, below, you can insert column left and right, you can merge the cell. Let's say I'll make a table here. Let's say I'll make another table. So go to your layout, sorry, insert, and then click on table. Let's say I'll add that table. So I've got a few text here, I've got a few text here, alright, and I've got a few text here, alright. So these are different separate rows and columns, alright, so I can merge them. So let's select both. Okay, you can select them by click. When you see that arrow button, click, and then you'll select that, and then click and select that. To select both, hold on shift key and select both. Okay, now your merge cell is being activated. Okay, so I click here, and now basically that cell is being merged in one row or column. Okay, so you can split them, you can split table. Alright, so if I want to split table, as you can see that table is different now and that table is different now. Alright, so I've got, let's say I take my cursor to the corner of those lines, and I see that plus sign. So what it does is basically if you click here, it's going to add another row. And if you take your cursor to the left down here, sorry, like here, okay, so I'm gonna go back to my layout, select that table, and then go to layout. You can autofill the table, autofill content, window fix. These are the things I'm not gonna explain these because these are like in-depth training. Next we got height and width. Alright, so if I select that row, okay, let's select that by clicking here, and then you can apply, let's say 18 inch, right? So I'm gonna change that value to about, let's say 25. Okay, so now you can see that the height of the row has been increased. You can increase the width, but you can do that manually as well. If you take your cursor to about here, you see that icon, so you can just drag. Okay, basically it's going to change the height. You can do that by actually typing a value. You can distribute rows, columns, and these are the alignment options. Let's say if you got this text, right, so you want this row to align, you want this table to align the text to the right, so you can click here, sorry, click here, and then it's going to align that text. So click here, okay, so which is really amazing. You click here, the text direction will be changed. Cell margins, okay, you can set the cell margin. So you've got like text, a lot of text, alright, and then you can select that cell margin, and then here you can apply, let's say top would be, let's say 30, click OK, and it's giving an error because the maximum value is 22. That table is not big enough to take that top margin. So 22, click OK. As you can see, it's probably gone down. So this is, I'm gonna click here to undo, Next we got sorting, repeat, and convert to text formulas. So these are like advanced. I'm not gonna go deep into these features. So alright, so I'm gonna get rid of this text. So if you take a cursor here, you see that plus sign, you can add rows. Okay, I'm gonna go and select that, and I'm gonna press backspace to get rid of that. And then okay, so one more thing I want to show you here. Okay, so let's say if I select the whole table, and if I press delete key, it is going to empty that table. It's going to delete all the text available in that table. But if you select and backspace, and then it will delete the whole table. Alright, so we got that now. Okay, let's have a look at the font style. So I've got my font style Calibri right now. I want to change these fonts to, let's say, Arial. Okay, so I've got this font now, yeah, but I don't want to keep going and change every single font and select the font style there. So what I can do, I can select this format painter command, click here, and then select basically, well, let's select this text and then click on format painter, and then if you take your cursor down, it's going to change the whole lot. So well, you can click again. Okay, you need to select the text first, click on format painter, and then you can just drag all the way down. Okay, so I'll leave that here, and now we got the text there. We got the Arial text style there applied. Okay, so this is pretty cool. You can apply the format. So if I select this word and then I click on format painter and I select here, it's going to change that format to this format. Click here to undo. I'm going to show you some more options for the tables. Alright, so let me go and select the whole table. When you see that move sign, click, that will select the whole table, and then I'm gonna go to properties. Alright, so here I've got table properties. I can align the text center, right, left. That's the same thing we have here. Alright, but it's basically more options here. So if I go rows, I can specify height of the row. These are the same option available here, but a bit more. Click on border and shading. So now, right now, I've got my border is a straight line, this line. Alright, so I can change that to dotted line, and I click OK, and I click OK, and now as you can see that the border has been changed to dotted line. I'm gonna go and to my layout again, click on properties, click on border and shading, and I want to change that to, let's say, same line. And then on the right, I've got these borders options. So if I want to remove the top border, I can click here. If I want to remove the middle border, I can click here. So these are all the border options here. So if I just turn off everything, let's say just turn off everything and click OK and click OK, and then you don't see any border anymore, but the table is still there. The formatting of table is still there, but you don't see any border. So I'm gonna go and try selecting that table again, or there's another way to do that. So if I select the table, alright, and then here I've got the quick way to insert the table borders or remove the table borders. So here I've got bottom border, top border, left, right, no borders, all borders. So as you can see, that showing you the preview of the table as well. So horizontal line is there, draw table, border and shading. If you want to go to main properties, here you got a lot more options. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my insert tab, and then let's have a look at the picture. Alright, so I'm gonna click on picture. It's gonna let you browse to your computer, and you can just bring the picture in. So I want to select, I'm gonna go to pictures, and I'm going to take that PNG, and then I've got the PNG here. Alright, so now we're gonna look at the photo editing in Microsoft Word. Alright, so we got pretty decent features for the photo editing. Okay, so if I select that, I'm in a format tab right now. The first option we got is remove background. If you have any specific color, you can select that option and select that color. It's going to remove that. Next we got some correction, and you got preset here. So if you want to select any kind of preset here, you can select it from here. Next we got colors effects as well. So these are all the colors effect available. If I select it, it's gonna make my picture like greenish. You got more variation here. If you hover over your cursor here, you got all the colors available. Let's say if I want to select greenish color, or maybe I can make more colors. Let's say I want to select this color, click OK. Now it's going to change that to that color. Press Ctrl Z to undo. Alright, so you've got set transparent color, picture color options available here as well. There's some artistic effects available here. Now you can compress the picture. Let's say you've got very big picture, right? And you just make it smaller, but the picture is still there, right? So the pixels of the picture, it did not get rid of, it did not go away. So Word didn't remove the pixels from the picture, so the size of the picture is still there. So you can compress that picture by clicking here, click OK. Now it's going to remove the unwanted pixels from your image, so it's a smaller size now. Alright, so next we got some picture styles. Let's say if I select this, you got some shadow, reflection, and if you click here, you got all the presets available here. So I like this one better. Alright, so this is the preset now. Ctrl Z to undo. Click on the picture, go to your formatting tab, and next we got picture border. So if you click here, you can select any color. Let's say if I want to select green color, and I'll go here and then click on weight, and then change the border size to about 6 pixels. Alright, so now we've got the border here as well. So we got a few more options here. If you go to your, you can select more kind of lines here. Alright, so I'm going to close this format picture tab for now. And then we got position here, so you can wrap text with it. So if I wanna select here, it's going to wrap the text to the right. As you can see that we got text wrapping to square, to right, row, top, bottom. Alright, so you can see that in a real time. Okay, so if you move with text, so you can, it's gonna lock with that text. Alright, so let's say I'm going to make that behind the text. So click here, and now the text is there, and then picture, you can select that as well. So that's pretty cool, right? So you can keep texting, it's not going to affect your text anymore. Ctrl Z, and select that picture, go to my format tab again. Now you got some, if you can send it back, you can bring it forward. So if you want to, let's say if you bring it forward, right? And let me send it backwards first. So once you send it backwards, and if you got any other picture, let me go to my insert tab, and I'm gonna bring one more picture. Let's say this picture, right? So now we got this picture. I'm gonna decrease the size of the image. I'm going to move this picture about here, right? So anything will come in front of this picture will not affect that picture, right? So this is at the back right now. Okay, so the next we got alignment option. You can align this to right, align this to center, or you can just distribute vertically, right? And then I'm going to press Ctrl Z to undo. Next we got rotation as well. You can rotate the picture to 90 degrees. You can flip it vertically, horizontally. Okay, so you got more rotation options here. You can actually add angle, so you can type a specific angle to rotate about here. Next we got some height and width. Okay, so you can just do that manually, but if you don't want to do manually, you can type the values as well. So that's about it. So if I click here, and then I'm gonna click on this icon, right? So here I've got some layout options here. So just keep an eye on everything, whatever you see, it gives you some more options. Okay, so let me go and change that art to, let's say, this effect, and I'm going to change this to, let's say, a bit more picture correction options. Okay, so now you get this slider or whatever you call it. So he got picture correction, so you can type the value of the sharpness, and you can apply brightness and contrast right there. Okay, you can reset that. Picture colors available here. You can apply more saturation or decrease the saturation. Temperature is there as well, and you got some cropping options. So you got 4 options here. Here you fill in line, so you can add solid line, gradient line, and here you can change the gradient as well. So just play around with these options. There's a lot more options. I can't cover everything in this video, so there's one thing I want to show you here is basically effects. Alright, so these are all the effects available here. So glow is available. If I side, it's gonna make a glow. You can select the color for the glow as well. There's another option here, picture, right? Sorry, this one, text box. So you can add text box on the top of the picture as well. You can add alternative text and description for your picture. Alright, so that's about for the picture editing. We're gonna go to insert tab now and click online pictures now. So online pictures basically let you search through the internet. You can bring pictures from Bing search engine, you can bring pictures from OneDrive, Facebook. Alright, so you can browse that to your computer as well. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. Let's go to the shapes now. These are all the shapes available. If any kind of shape you need to add to your document, you can select it from here. You can create your new drawing as well. So you got this now, okay, and now you got some insert tools. Right, so if I select this line, as you can see that it's basically, let me select the line or editing those lines. Okay, you got line color, shape, outlines, effects, everything is there. So these are all the options available here. Just play around with them. These are the same option for just like an image. Okay, so you got some shapes here. You can, let's say, add shape now. Okay, and then I'm going to, that's the shape now. Okay, that's the shape we got now. All right, so you can create your own shapes, which is really easy. Go to your formatting tab and edit shape, click edit shape. So I'm not gonna go deep into these options. Let's go back to insert now, and I'm going to deselect that by clicking on empty space, smart art. The smart art is basically, these are the things like predefined tables. Sometimes you see that some kind of hierarchy in your documents. So these are pretty cool in Microsoft Word 2016. You can use them. These are the presets available, and I think that's the only thing you need. Like, you don't have to create your own styles anymore, or list styles. So you got lists here, process things here. These are the scientific diagrams as well you can use to create your documents look very professional. So just play around with them. These are pretty cool. You got charts available here. So like, I can't go deep into this tutorial because these are like hundreds of them there. So these are little charts available. And I click cancel. Well, this is pretty cool, right? So if you click here, you can screenshot your computer. So if I click here, screen clipping, and then you can clip any screen. You can just click and drag, and then that's the picture is going to be in your document, which is really cool. I'm gonna delete it by pressing backspace, and let's go to insert tab again. This is really cool. Alright, so we got stores. These are some add-ons. It's gonna take you to online videos, hyperlinks, all those options here. Alright, let's have a look at the word art now. So word art is basically the same thing at your home. This is the word art, so you have that in the insert tab as well. Signature line, date and time. If you want to insert date and time, it's very quick. Just click on date and time and then select the format of the date. Let's say if I select this one, Sunday, June 12, click OK. It's going to add that date wherever your cursor is. Alright, objects, it's taking a while to load that. These are a few objects. These are very advanced options, so I can't explain them here. You got some Photoshop images as well. You can use PDFs to bring them into your document, and you got some equations. These are some scientific stuff here. All right, let's go back to new tab. Sorry, let's go to the new draw tab now. Here you got some draw options, so you can just select any kind of pen here. There's so many pens available here, right? You can add current pen, or you can make your own pen as well. I want to select this highlight pen, the greenish one. Okay, and then just select, and I can paint throughout my document. Okay, and I can erase that as well by just clicking on it, select the eraser, and just erase that. Okay, and then you got colors. You can still keep that pen, but you can change the color of that pen. Okay, which is really cool. I'm gonna go and select a different one now. Let's say this is like a pencil. If sometimes you need to sign to your document, so you can do that, which is really easy, and then you can save that as a PDF, which is really cool. You can open the PDF, sign it, and save it as PDF. Okay, so let's go to the next design. Okay, So these are the themes available. Basically, let's say I want to press undo to get rid of whatever I didn't need. So I just want to get rid of the images as well. Alright, so we got everything back. So I'm gonna backspace to get rid of it. Alright, so these are the styles available. If you click here, it is going to change your margin and overlook of your documents. Okay, so these are the styles. Colors, well, if you click here, it's going to apply those colors to your documents. Let's say if I select this, I can apply a tag to it, and then if I select the color, it's going to automatically change that. Paragraph spacing. So if you got any paragraphs, let's say I've got this paragraph, right? So click here, and then you can click on type to change that paragraph spacing. You can add watermark to your document, which is really great. You can custom your watermark. If I select this confidential, it is staying at the back. It's not going to affect your document, which is really cool. Alright, so next we got layouts. Here you can change the layout of your page. Margins I've shown you before. You can change the orientation to landscape to portrait. Click here, landscape. It's going to change the orientation. Okay, go back to portrait now. Size of the page as well. You can select letter size A4, and you got some more page styles here. Columns, 3 columns, 2 columns. You can add columns to your page as well. Okay, so these are the options I've shown you already. References, well, these are some advanced options. I'm not going to cover them in this tutorial. So let's go to mailing. Mailing is basically you want to send this document to, to any email, so you can do that by here. It's very easy. Next over, review. This is really important as well. So I've got few spelling mistakes. Let's say if I got this, I've got that. The word will tell you if it's wrong spelling, right? So you got the red line, okay? And if you got spacing here, it's gonna give you the blue line now. Alright, so what I can do, I can automatically change those words. So click on spelling and grammar, and now you've got some spelling and grammar mistakes. The whole list will be here. Okay, so I've got one. First of all, I've got health. Alright, so I've got this wrong spelling, which is HELSLTH. So I can ignore that, I can change that, I can listen to that. So change it, it's going to change that for me. Next we got footsquare. It's a spacing which is not according to the grammar, so I can change that as well. Next we got complaints. So here word basically give me 3 options. So these are the words can be changed to that. These are 3 words basically has the meaning and then the correct spelling. So you can select from here, change, done. So you got some more options here. And this is the Microsoft Word is pretty strong by helping you out and change those things. So Xcode is basically some kind of words just like my name. It's not going to be in the library. You can add that to the library by clicking here, and the Microsoft Word is not, and it's not going to give you an error, or it's not going to tell you that it's a wrong spelling anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that Xcode, and there's another error, so I'm gonna change that as well. Okay, so now it's giving me an error that spelling and grammar is complete. Your document is without any spelling mistakes now. Okay, so next we got treasures. Alright, if you have any word that you don't know about, let's say complaints, right? So I want to click on treasures. Now it's giving me information about that word, so I can go and select different synonyms for these words. Okay, and some more options. Okay, now let's go to word count. Word count is basically information about your document. It's telling you that there's 3 pages, there are 327 words, and character with no spacing is 2101, with spacing 2497. Okay, paragraph 69, and these are all information. Translate, you can do the translation for the word to different languages, or you can bring that document to the English, which is really cool. Languages, you can set proofing languages, or you can download some more languages from internet. You can add comments to your documents, and there's a few more options here. Alright, so I'm gonna go to next view tab now. This is basically the overlook of your Microsoft Word program. So you can turn off ruler, turn it on, turn on grid line, turn off the grid line. Navigation pane is there, so you can type anything you want here. It's going to, and you can zoom in. You can zoom in from here as well. Okay, I want to change that to 100%. So click on this and then select 100%, which is going to show you the exact paper size, which is going to be on the physical paper. So, which is really cool. All right, so you got one page, multiple page, bit. So you want to see the multiple pages, all right, on my screen, so I can select that. It's gonna show me. If you got like a bigger monitor, then you probably will be able to see like 3, 4, 5 pages. Okay, so that's pretty much it is, guys, in the design and layout. This last thing I want to show you here is basically tell me what to do. If you're not sure of anything, if you want to find any command and you're not sure where is it on your panel or in your menus, you can just type a hint of it and it's going to help you. It's been improved a lot. I've found a lot of options from here, so make sure to choose this option, which is really cool. Alright, so last thing what we're going to do, I'm going to change that view to one page. Okay, I'm going to turn off, I'm going to close that treasure and I'm going to change that to 100%. Okay, so let me show you something. Alright, so I'm going to select this, go to my layout, and I'm going to select that whole column, and then I'm going to apply a background color of it. Okay, right click, I can select delete columns. I'm gonna try applying a background color of it. Okay, so let's go to our design, and I've got shading option, so I can just click here. Maybe I will go and select maybe that color. Well, that's fine for now. Okay, so that's the color we got here now, and then we got the text color at the left. We're gonna apply some headings to it. So I select this, and I'm going to go to my home tab, and I'm going to select one of the heading, or I can make my own heading. So I'm just gonna select this and change that to, let's say, 14. Maybe 14 is fine, and I'm going to change the color to, let's say, red. Alright, and then all the headings, whatever I want this to do, I can use the format painter, select that, select the format painter, and then just drag, done, and then you can keep going with the format painter here. So you just keep selecting. Okay, so which is really easy, that you can make the resume look like the way I have here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.